Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we have the Reds at our place today. We've only lost one game, but that one game was to the Reds at their place right before we started that Brewers series. And yeah, I expect the Reds to push us this series. It does work out well for us that we've starting the series with Graves on the mound, so if they want to win this series, they gotta at least beat Graves or Pauly, and that's something not a lot of teams do, period. And there is Graves on the mound. This will be his fourth start. Got 23 strikeouts in his previous 3 starts. Has not given up a run yet. So I feel like that's probably due to change here soon. Here's Shao to start things off for Cincinnati. And he will watch a slider go in for a strike. Bit inside. That'll make it 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Line through the left side of the infield, and the Reds start off with a leadoff single. Shao is a speedy runner. I would not be surprised if he takes off. Tom is not a catcher you really steal on, but Graves is definitely a pitcher you can steal on, and just like that, he is into second base. Pitch was a bit low, the throw was a bit high. And the Reds already with the runner in scoring position with nobody out. Hopper, though, with an 0-2 count, so this may change quickly. Nope, that's a base hit into right center, and the Reds are going to take the early 1-0 lead. All right, here's Derek Lee. Squirrels now down and have not retired a batter yet. That fastball stays outside. Hopper, I think he's decently fast, but not as fast as Shao. Derek Lee, though, with a 2-1 count after that slider down by his feet. Hits this one in the air. Frank is going over by the line, but a lazy fly ball, and he does make the catch. 1 out. Runner still on first. And here is Adam Dunn, apparently a contact guy nowadays, hitting .400 with 3 home runs and 21 RBI. Runner takes off, and again in there safely. As I mentioned, Tom cuts down runners at a good rate, but Graves does not throw hard, and he's slow to the plate. So if you can get on against him, you can get some free bases. So fly out to center there for Dunn, brings Edwin Encarnacion to the plate, and he looks at strike 1. Hits the ground ball to short, and that will get the Squirrels out of the inning, but the Reds do score the first run of the ball game. Kester due to lead off for the Squirrels, as usual. The Reds look to have the same lineup that they had just a series ago. Ricky Nolasco on the mound. Kester looks at a strike. And he's going to get a line drive into center field. So both teams lead off with a single. We'll see if Marvin can do the same. Well, we got a stolen base attempt, and he is in there safely. So far, we are mirroring what Cincinnati did. So now let's see if Marvin can come through like Hopper did. He is batting left-handed, and he does get this run through the right side of the infield, but it will not score a run. Runners instead on the corners for Chief. Nobody out. First pitch is a strike. Second pitch is put into right field, and it will get down. All right, Squirrels tie the game. Reds also having some trouble getting the first out of the inning. Terry, who has been on an absolute tear, hitting above 500 with 7 home runs and 25 RBIs already, and we're only halfway through April. He's got a 1-2 count at the moment. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There is the first out. Here is Frank. And he puts this one right to Encarnacion pretty sharply, which is going to lead to a double play. 5-4-3 keeps the game tied at 1 as we go into the second inning. Brandon Phillips is going to lead things off for the Reds.
Number 4, Brandon Phillips, second baseman.
All right, Graves puts a changeup in for a strike. This pitch is going to be fouled away over by the first base dugout. 0-2. Ground ball to first. Terry takes it himself. 1 away. Here is Eric Ibar. Like I said, I'm fairly sure is new to the Reds this year. Maybe he was there last year, but I don't think so. I think Kennedy was still playing shortstop last year. He goes towards the middle, but can't hit it hard enough. Joey able to go over and make the catch. 2 away. Here's David Ross, who has hit some home runs against us in the past. He's got a 1-1 count in this at-bat. Pops it up. Joey again going near the second base to make the grab. 1-2-3 inning as we go to the bottom of the second. Still tied at 1. Tom is due to lead off things for the Squirrels. First pitch is called a strike. Another called strike. Up the middle, and that will get through for leadoff single. So here is Zach. Hit his first home run yesterday, and we had a 3-home run game, which is just almost unheard of for us. Chief, Terry, and Zach all hit homers in yesterday's game. Puts this one into left for a base hit, and the Squirrels again have the first 2 runners of the inning on, first 2 batters of the inning. Here is Joey to see if he can knock one of them in. Looks at a strike. Another called strike. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Here is the pitcher spot. Graves without a hit this year. I guess they can't get on Jonathan, because I really thought Graves had a hit. He's showing bunt now. And this one's going to go foul. That'll make it an 0-2 count. He's still showing bunt, which for a pitcher is fine. Pulls back and it goes outside. Looks like he'll swing this time. But the pitch is outside. It's 2-2. Shows bunt again. This one's going to get down. Throw goes to first, and they do get the successful sacrifice. Runners on second and third with 2 outs. Kester already with a hit today. Looks at a ball outside. I should note 2 strikeouts for Nolasco the first time through the Squirrels' order. He's got Kester with a 2-1 count. Looks at strike 2. And into right field. That's going to get down and actually get by Hopper. He's going to have to chase it down, and the Squirrels are going to score 2 on the double by Kester. Not the hardest hit ball, but it was hit hard enough down the line that Hopper wasn't able to cut it off. The Squirrels now with their first lead of the day, and a chance for more with the runner on second and Marvin at the plate. He will look at strike 1. Hits this one into center field. This should end the inning. And it does, but the Squirrels now leading 3-1 as we go into the third inning, and the pitcher spot is due up for the Reds.
Number 47, Ricky Nolasco.
All right, first pitch to Nolasco is a swing and a miss. There's another called strike, 0-2. Ooh, just misses on that slider. Down and in. Goes with a changeup and gets a swing and a miss for Graves' first strikeout of the day. Xiao got a base hit and scored back in the first inning. Stole a base in there as well. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Puts this one foul straight back. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 away. Norris Hopper got the base hit to drive in Xiao. Looks at strike 1 and swings and misses for strike 2. Freezes at a curveball, and that will end the top of the third inning. Still a 3-1 Squirrels lead. Chief is due up for Indianapolis in the bottom half of the inning. First pitch to Chief is too far inside. And then too low. Hits this one into left. Dunn's going to chase after it, but he will not get there in time. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. And Chief is in there with an easy stand-up double. It's what Chief does. Solid line drives where the outfielders aren't. The Squirrels already threatening again with Terry at the plate. Struck out in his first at-bat. Swings and misses at a bit of a fat pitch. And then swings and misses at a curveball. Hits this one up in the air. It's not going very far. Nolasco makes the play in front of the mound to the third base side. So here is Frank. Runner still in scoring position. With the ball gets away. So that's going to move Chief to third. Only one out. That pitch was a ball. As was that changeup. There's a fastball for a strike. Changeup inside. It's a 3-1 count. Frank hits this one into right. Hopper thought he had a play on him, but ended up a step too short, and it rolls all the way to the wall. I would say that maybe was a defensive misplay. He could have taken a better route and maybe kept Frank at a single. But as it stands, it goes down as a double. A run in, and Tom has a 2-1 count. Swing and a miss. That'll make it 2-2. Called strike 3. 2 away. Here is Zach. Swings and misses. Hits this one right to Derek Lee, who will step on the bag and end the inning. Squirrels add on another. They've not had a 0 on the board yet. 4-1. Derek Lee is going to lead things off for the Reds in the top half of the fourth inning.
Number 25, Derek Lee.
First pitch from Graves is a bit too high. And that changeup out of the zone as well. 2-0. Comes in there with a slider for a strike. Throws it again, and Derek Lee comes up empty. 2-2. Called strike 3. 1 away. Here is Adam Dunn. Had a weak fly out to Joey in his first at-bat. Has a 1-1 count to start this at-bat. This is towards second. Kester lets it bounce and then gets it to first. Edwin Encarnacion, ground out in his first at-bat. There's 2 outs with nobody on base. First pitch in there for a strike. Hits this one towards third, and it gets by Chief. That's going to be a base hit. Frank does a good job getting it back in and keeping things at a single. So here is Brandon Phillips. Runner on first now with 2 outs. And he looks at strike 1. A ball inside. And a swing and a miss on a high fastball. 1-2. Fouled away. Still 1-2. Called strike 3, and that will end the top of the 4th inning. Still a 4-1 Squirrels lead, and they will start off with Joey at the plate.
Number 20, Joey.
Joey struck out in his last at-bat and looks at strike 1 in this at-bat. Nolasco, though, seems to be laboring now. So don't know how much longer we're going to see him. Joey grounds out to second. Here is Graves. He had a sac bunt in his first at-bat, and both those runs did end up getting driven in. Looks at strike 1 here. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. A bit outside. It's 1-2. Down in the dirt, we've got a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away. Kester 2 for 2, a single and a double so far. First pitch a bit too high. Second pitch too far inside. Fouled away. And this looks like it's going to be it for Nolasco. Throws in a strike to make it 2-2. And pulled foul. Nolasco's going to have to throw another one. That one sails. We got a full count with 2 outs. Nobody on base. And that almost hits him, and that's going to be ball 4. And the Reds, yeah, Nolasco out of gas. They go find Paul Coffey?
Reds, number 56,
Todd. God, messed that up last series too. Todd Coffey's going to take over on the mound and try to keep this reasonable. Marvin, 1 for 2. Got a hit and flew out to center. That's going to be a base hit into left. Runners on first and second for Chief. And he is 2 for 2, I'm pretty confident. Looks at strike 1. Into right, and it will not stay up for Hopper. Kester comes in to score, and that will make it 5-1, Squirrels leading. 2 on, 2 outs. Terry at the plate. Looks at a strike. That pitch up and out. That one gets through the left side of the infield, and Marvin's going to try it. Throw going home, not in time. It's now a 6-1 Squirrels lead. Still 2 runners on with 2 outs, and Frank at the plate. He's already got at least 1 hit today. Has a 1-1 count at the moment. Puts this into the outfield, has some more air under it. Hopper will make that grab. The Squirrels again put 2 runs on the board to make it 6-1 as we move into the 5th inning. Eric Ibar will start things off for Cincy.
number 2, Eric Ivar.
First pitch, called a strike. Swing and a miss, makes it 0-2. Called strike 3. 1 away. Here's David Ross.
David Ross.
There's a called strike. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Sorry, I know what I wanted to say, and it just did not come out of my mouth. A slow roller to Joey, but he is able to charge in and make the play just in front of David Ross, and that will bring Todd Coffey to the plate. Okay, the Reds looking for a little bit of length out of their bullpen. Fouled away. That will keep it at an 0-2 count. Fouls off his foot. Seems like he's okay. Called strike 3. Fastball down the middle. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Squirrels leading 6-1, and they will start off with Tom at the plate. Tom puts a ground ball through the left side of the infield. I actually thought Encarnacion was going to have a play, but just out of his reach. It was hit sharply. Zach 1 for 2 on the day. Hits this one also towards third, but foul. This one right to Derek Lee. He goes to second. Ibar back to first in plenty of time, and that is I think a 3-6-3 double play. Yeah, Lee was the one also to cover the bag. So now 2 outs with nobody on. Joey, I do believe 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out, I think. Could be wrong about that, but that's what I seem to remember. He's down 1 and 2 in this at-bat. And he will swing and a miss for the third out of the inning. So we go to the top of the 6th. Shao is going to lead things off for the Reds. Still a 6-1 Squirrels lead. Shao 1 for 2. Also scored the lone Cincinnati run of this game. He's also stolen a base. He's down 0-2 in this at-bat. Ground ball to short. Joey over to first. 1 away.
Number 30.
Graves struck out a lot of batters in the second trip around the Reds order. Only struck out 1 to start with, and then 6 strikeouts a second time through the Reds order. So he's going to end up with some respectable strikeout numbers. Norris Hopper, though, gets a base hit into shallow right. 1 on with 1 out, and here is Derek Lee. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Puts this one high into center field. Marvin should have time to get there, and he does. Runner gets back to first, and here is Adam Dunn. He is 0 for 2. 2 outs with the runner on first. First pitch, a curveball for a strike. There's a called strike 2. Ground ball, that'll get through the middle of the infield. Runners on first and second. Here's a chance for the Reds to get something back, though there are 2 outs. Edwin Encarnacion is behind on that fastball. Oh, a wild pitch. Or cross up, something happened there. Runners now on second and third, and a 1-1 count. Swing and a miss on the changeup, makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss. Graves wiggles out of trouble. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll start off with a pinch hitter. 6-1 Squirrels lead. Guess we're going to go with Sweeney. Haven't actually seen him in a minute. At least as a pinch hitter. First pitch, called a strike, up in the zone. Another called strike. I'm not sure Sweeney liked either call. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away. Kester, 2 for 2. Single, double, and a walk. That changeup bounces in. This pitch up and in. 2-0. Another ball out of the zone. And then a line drive right to Encarnacion for the second out of the inning. Marvin 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. Looks at a strike on the outside corner. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Ground ball up the middle. That will be a 2-out single. Chief 3 for 3, couple singles and a double. And this one, though, right to Ibar, and that will end the inning. It's got to make the double switch easy as we go into the 7th inning. Brandon Phillips is going to start things off for the Reds. And we will get Jones out there. He's the normal reliever to Graves.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch for Indianapolis. Number 55, Jones.
All right, Brandon Phillips 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch on the outside corner. Breaking ball gets a swing and a miss. And that fastball put into left field for a leadoff single. 1 on, nobody out. Eric Ibar, also 0 for 2 so far. Looks at a breaking ball for strike 1. Swing and a miss makes it 0 and 2. And that's going to be another hit on a low ball, this time into right field. First 2 batters reach base for Cincinnati. Here is David Ross. He fouls this pitch down by the third base coach. Fly ball into left. It's going to hook foul. Frank is not going to get there. 0 and 2 count, although I feel like they've all been so far. And once again, a little bloop hit into the outfield. Ooh, this might be trouble for the Reds. No, he gets in there. I thought they might be able to cut Phillips down, but he does make it a 6-2 game. Pitcher spot up. Here is Touch Eye. We've seen a lot of him already. 2 on, still nobody out. Jones has had 2 strikes, I think maybe even 0 and 2 on every batter this inning and can't get the punch-outs. Once again, an 0 and 2 count. Goes with the breaking ball. This time gets a swing and a miss. 1 away. Here's Shao. I think he's 1 for 3 if I remember right. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0 and 2. Breaking ball fouled away. Tries it again. Gets a high hopper. And Sweeney doesn't have a play. I feel like he might have had a play if he'd gone right to first, but he checked the runners instead. It does go down as a hit. The bases are loaded. There's 1 out for Norris Hopper, who's already had a couple hits today. Again, an 0 and 2 count. This one just foul down the right field line, just past first base. That fastball, not over the plate. This one too low. It's a 2 and 2 count. This is not boding well for Jones pitching 2 innings. Oh, this could be a double play ball. No, won't get it back to first. The Reds score another run, and now we're into save territory. 2 outs, runners on the corners for Derek Lee. Now a 3-run ball game. Lee takes strike 1. And that breaking ball didn't really do much, but it also wasn't a strike. Another high hop, and this time he throws to first, and he does get Derek Lee just in time. That was a big out. That would have scored another run. Boy, it was close over there, but we get to the 7th inning stretch. 6-3, Squirrels lead. Terry on the other side. All right, very carefully moving the microphone. Looks like we got it here successfully. Johnny Cueto is going to take over on the mound. Derek Lee comes out of the game, and I forget which Perez that is that took over at first. Touch Eye also stayed in the game, but I kind of didn't catch that either as I was gingerly moving the mic. Terry, hits one to Encarnacion, who does not field it cleanly. That's going to be an error. So here is Frank. He is 1 for 3 so far. Hits this one also towards Encarnacion, but it goes too far foul. Ground ball. This time Encarnacion fields it cleanly. They get the out at second. No throw to first. 1 away. Runner at first. Tom at the plate. So he looks at a strike. Ground ball right by the third base coach. Makes it an 0 and 2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Here is Zach with the runner still on first. He's also 1 for 3. Looks at strike one. That pitch too high. Called strike. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Well, we move into the 8th inning. The Reds will start off with Adam Dunn at the plate. Still a 6-3 Squirrels lead. We will not keep Jones out there now. For only the 3rd or 4th time this year, we have to turn to Hermida. That will bring Quinton into the game.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch at Indianapolis, number 17, Hermida.
All right, Adam Dunn, 1 for 3 on the day. Looks at a curveball for a strike. Fastball too far inside. That fastball catches the inside corner, 1-2. And this one hit right to Terry, who will pick it up and run over to the bag. One away, Edwin Encarnacion, 1 for 3 on the day. Behind on a fastball. Hits this one right to Joey. 2 away.
Number 9,
Thomas Perez. There we go. I knew it wasn't Tony. He's going to go up the middle for a base hit. 1 on with 2 outs, and here is Eric Ibar. Got a hit in his last at bat. Looks at strike one here. Swing and a miss on the curve. That curve, I think, slipped a little bit. There's a better curveball, and it gets a swing and a miss to end the top of the 8th inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Joey is due to lead off. Still a 6-3 Squirrels lead. Joey 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. Swings and misses at a changeup. Swings and misses again. 0-2. That ball too low. Hits this one, a ground ball to Encarnacion. A 1 away. Sweeney will take his second at bat. Struck out on his first one. Looked at 2 borderline pitches and then swung and missed. This time he gets the benefit of the doubt on the first 2 pitches. There's a called strike. Hits this one hard, but it's going to hook foul down into the right field seats. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, here's Kester. Finally made an out in his last at-bat. Swings and misses. Hits this one, ground ball to Touch-Eye at second, and that will end the 8th inning. We go into the 9th. Reds have 8-9-1 coming up, and they need 3 runs to stay alive. We'll go out and get Shibuya to try to nail down this save. We'll bring Phil in as a defensive replacement.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch for Indianapolis, number 13, Shibuya.
All right, Ross is 1 for 3 on the day. Looks at a strike. Hits this one towards third. Sweeney on the short hop gets it over to first in lots of time. 1 away. Reds will go to their bench again. This time they will find Jose Bautista.
Number 19, Jose Bautista.
First pitch is too low. Goes change up, but still too low. Fastball inside. It's a 3-0 count. And that's a 4-pitch walk to Bautista. So here is Xiao. He is 2 for 4 on the day. So he checks over on first. Fastball too high. Runner takes off, and Shibuya is not one you should probably try to steal on. And also don't know, the Reds might have run themselves out of this game. Xiao swings and misses. It's a 2-1 count. Pulls this one too far foul. That'll make it 2-2. Reds down to their last strike. And this Joey makes a diving play. Throws to first, but it's not going to be in time. Might have gotten some guys, but not Xiao. So here's Norris Hopper. Reds trying to extend the game here. He's got a 1-1 count to start off. This is towards the middle. Joey fields it without having to dive, and he will get the throw there in time. So, your final score today, Cincinnati Reds 3, Indianapolis Squirrels 6. We'll look at the highlights. All right, Kester's going to be your player of the game. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we'll be back with the Reds again tomorrow. We'll see you then.